Окей, Тетяна, we can start. Ми можемо почати. Чи мене чутно, чи мене видно?
Так.
Окей. Hello, Zarina. How was your week?
Hello. Everything is okay and was okay. Today I have a free day, so-called free day.
Okay, day off, yes? Вихідний.
It's
Today's
not day off because we don't have day off.
Seriously? So,
No.
why?
Because of martial law, there is no day off.
Okay, so you will spend this day at home.
I plan to spend this day, I don't know where, because my children are here already. Not my children, because one of my children yesterday went back to another city because she is going to Bulgaria to participate in a festival, dance festival. And now here with me only one child, and I'm gonna spend with her some time.
Sounds good. What kind of dance your child dance?
How to call it? People's dance, or how it народні?
Maybe national, I'm not sure, but
I'm not
like
sure. Something like national or national. It's національні, but their
Ukrainian
group is
one.
called
Ukrainian one.
Yeah.
Okay. So, thank you. Alexander, hello, how are you?
Good morning. I'm fine, thank you.
How was your week?
Oh, little bit rough, but it was good because yesterday I had like also some kind of free day. So now I'm full of power, like this.
So you're tired.
A little bit, but
You're ready to learn English today.
yes, of course.
Nice to hear this. Okay, Anton, hello, how are you?
Good morning. Fine, thanks.
How was your week?
Nothing special, as usual. Work and homework, and a little bit sport at the stadium.
Like a circle, gym, work, home.
Yeah. Nothing special.
Tatiana, do you want to say something, I believe? How was your week, Тетяна?
Усім добрий ранок. Як звісно, ви знаєте, що наш тренінг починається з моїх чарівних слів про нашого любого спонсора. Тому без цих слів я ніколи не можу почати наше заняття. Тому
Бачиш, я можу. Бачиш, я почала без
але це мій обов'язок, ти знаєш, це не твій, це мій обов'язок. Тому
Добре,
я хочу нашим учасникам, як завжди, нагадати, що наш проект «Тренінг. Разом нам легше в Україні» реалізується спільно з Польською фундацією «Глобальна фундація Генеша» та Українським благодійним фондом Helping Ukrainians. Проект співфінансується Польсько-Американським Фондом Свободи в рамках програми RITA «Зміни в регіоні», яку реалізує Фонд Освіта та Освіта для демократії. Дякую.
Дякую, Тетяна. Okay, so we changed our plans a little bit. I told you previous times that I invited my friend from Belgium to talk about Belgium, but something happened, some emergency situation happened with her, so we should change a little bit our lesson, and that is why I called to my friend who lives in England, in UK, and first part of our lesson we will speak about United Kingdom. So he will join us in 5 minutes. And to start this topic about England, we should watch a video about English tea because it's part of English daily life. Тетяна, чи можу я тебе попросити включити це відео?
Так, а вже ж, одна хвилинка.
Дякую. And on the second part of our license, Oля will join us and we will have a drummer grammar part of our lesson. So today will be England, not Belgium, and I hope that Belgium will be next time.
Americans are discovering the tea time alarm.
Something really interesting we've noticed about England. They actually have specific designated times where they have to drink tea.
A British national alarm that has gone hugely viral on TikTok because non-Brits are confused about whether it's real. Well, it is.
Tea time alarm's gone off. I'm late. I went out for a walk.
The tea alarm? That's the tea alarm.
Yeah, I know. My mum's gone out and it's about to do the tea alarm.
The tea time alarm's just gone off again. Bloody hell.
Americans are only just finding out about the tea time alarm.
It's always been a British thing.
And the story behind it is pretty fascinating. We have all the info and all the best viral moments right here on Scroll Deep with me, Benedict Townsend, a show that keeps up with internet nonsense so you don't have to. British people and tea. It's like a dog with a bone, a cat with a ball of yarn, an Andean night monkey with a ripened ficus fruit. They just go together. So much so that there has been a ton of videos about the so-called tea time alarm, a national alarm that sounds throughout the UK, alerting its citizens that it's time to drink some tea or face consequences. And this is actually something that's been discussed online for a number of years. This video, for example, is from 2023.
A lot of you know we have a thing called a tea time alarm in the UK.
And the number one question that everyone is asking, especially Americans, is this real? And the answer is yes. Yes, it is real. So let's run down a brief history of the tea time alarm. So let's jump to 1890 when the first tea time alarms were trialled in various major cities. But it wasn't until 1922 and what is commonly known as the Tea Time Act that the alarm was officially put into law, requiring, and I quote, all British subjects of virtue true to heed the governmental alarm sounded at the 3rd hour post-noon, lest they be subject to these hitherto outlined sanctions. In other words, obey the alarm or be punished. Or as the saying goes, we all learn this in school, obey the alarm or face harm. Everyone knows it. It's like the first thing you learn in school. And from then on, the alarm has sounded daily, basically every day since, apart from a few special occasions like VE Day, the end of World War II in Europe, when it was sounded every hour on the hour in celebration. And now, continuing the tradition, the alarm sounds every day, as many British TikTokers have been documenting. But what happens when you don't heed the alarm? Well, obviously, as the rhyme goes, you will face harm. You're punished, and this varies depending on what part of the UK you're from. But the standard punishment ranges from a fine to sometimes corporal punishment.
Penalty charge notice there from Lincoln City. Instructions how to pay.
You're not going to lose your life because you missed the alarm, not since the late 90s, but it can be quite serious. In fact, some TikTokers have documented different punishments they've heard of or indeed received. There was one TikToker in tears because she got a £100 fine for missing the alarm. I mean, in the grand scheme, that's not bad. There has been a bit of backlash in the UK because one of the things that Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister, campaigned on was that he wasn't going to raise the tea time alarm fines, but apparently they are going to go up in April because of inflation and other stuff. That's just another cost that's going up for British people. Something I've really enjoyed is the different approaches from around the country. Like I said to a friend from up north, I said, obey the alarm or face harm. And he'd actually never heard that one. He had a whole different one. Maybe in the comments you could leave the one that you learned in school, because I think different people from around the country learn different ones. So if you could just let me know your favorite ones. Also, I was reminiscing. Do you guys remember those videos? Maybe you're too young for videos, but they used to show these VHSs in school that were educational things about the alarm. And I am still traumatized to this day by what happens to that badger. But, I've always obeyed the alarm. I am what's commonly known as an alarm swat because I have actually never missed an alarm in my life. I don't think it's that hard to not miss it, especially because it's so ingrained and sometimes beaten into you. Now, some people have been asking, are there exceptions? Are there technicalities? There are basic rules around this. Most people are not bound by it until you're roughly 12. It's not officially set out, but 12 is when you're seen as mature enough to take part in the alarm. Some of the other exceptions, you're not bound by the alarm if you're unconscious. I think technically you're not bound by the alarm if you're underwater, which I think that mainly actually doesn't apply to submariners because they have tea-making facilities. It's vague when it comes to aeroplanes if they're crossing international borders and stuff like that. There's also that, that urban legend that you're allowed to ask a policeman for his hat to brew a tea in if you haven't got tea making. Apparently that's an urban myth, that's not real. But obviously policemen in their belt do have emergency tea bags if you need to be tea bagged by a policeman at any time. Now, we usually record this in the morning, but we've done it closer to time because I think, there we go. In this case, I often have someone bring me a tea. Thank you very much. Also, as established in Johnson versus Crown, 2004, a biscuit dipped in tea and then eaten does count as consumed tea. I remember that they televised that trial. That was huge. Now, one thing I've seen as well is people saying that this is fake because the alarms in people's videos are different. They're different alarm sounds. First of all, please don't call my culture fake. But second of all, this is like well known. I mean, different areas of the UK, but even in London, each specific borough has its own alarm, and every year we vote for the alarm sound. Most boroughs keep the alarm sound the same, but yeah, depending on where you are, even in different cities, you're going to hear different tea alarms. It's the most obvious solution. I don't know if people can be allergic to tea or whatever, but there are a few exceptions that are allowed. You have to go to the TVLA, you have to fill out a million forms, get like an exception card, and that way they're not going to, you know, the people aren't going to lock you up or whatever. But like the last thing you ever want to be dealing with is the tea. We've all had the experience of a Sunday afternoon at the TVLA trying to get through the queues. It's just the worst. So there we have it. If you are British, what is your favorite tea time alarm memory? Which area has your favorite alarm? What is your favorite tea time alarm related phrase? Just, you know, let's talk tea time alarm down below. It's kind of crazy that we don't talk about this more, really. It's such a huge part of British life. You know, it's just like a cultural difference. Like, you know, Americans, they'll like in school, they'll stand up and do the Pledge of Allegiance. We have the tea time alarm. Except obviously the Pledge of Allegiance is not real. It's like a hoax. I'm Benedict Townsend. This has been Scroll Tea. And now we come to the secret question for people at the end of the show who have the best attention spans. Well done. And that is this. What is the largest thing you've ever broken? Is it a Lego Millennium Falcon? Is it a femur? Let me know in the comments down below. Till next time, obey the alarm or face harm. I'm Benedict Townsend, and that's Tea-ness. Americans are discovering the tea time alarm, a British... Oh. And from then on, the alarm has sounded daily, basically every day since, except for a few special occasions like VE Day, the end of World War II in Europe. So all of it's just hit me at once. And the alarm has sounded daily. Sorry. Apart from a few occasions like VE Day, the end of World War II in Europe, when it... the end of World War II. I don't know what... Sorry, it's so silly. All the tennis man does is eat hot chip and lie. I will say I am what is commonly... tea bags. If you need to be tea bagged by a policeman at any time. Yeah, but if you're delivering the baby needs to be the mother, if your mother is giving birth, that's not an excuse. But if you are a midwife holding the baby, that's okay. But the baby has to be given an IV drip of tea. That's tea-ness. That's tea-ness. That does sound like, yeah. That would be the slogan of a different show. That would also be called Scroll Deep.
First of all, I should thank you that you agree to join our meeting today, despite the fact that I didn't warn you in advance. And second, I should apologize because you cannot enter to our meeting. So finally, you're here, and this is our speaking part of our lesson, and we invite guests from different countries and talk about cultural differences, about in general about culture, about politeness, about human rights, discrimination, and so on and so on. And I know that you're Polish, but last 10 years you live in UK, yes? Am I right? How long did you live in UK?
Yeah, almost 20 years, 19 years. Yes, I did.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about your life in UK. It was hard? It was difficult to you to find yourself in UK, to find a job?
So to be fair, I think in every country when you move abroad,
So, but did you?
And you adapt change East Europe to. Yes, and
But was it problem with your English when you come to UK?
so I had a decent knowledge of English when I arrived to England, as I was learning English for a few years when I was a kid, and then in primary school, high school, and in university. So I had a basic knowledge, but obviously English you learn in school, it's totally different from the English you use on daily basis. So obviously it was a little bit challenging on the beginning, especially English accent can be a bit tricky to understand without a knowledge you get while being there and talking to other people. So that was quite difficult in the beginning, but obviously, as soon as I found the job and I surround myself with English-speaking people, especially English, like a native English, it helps a lot. I believe that's the best way to learn and improve your way of speaking and improve language you use. So yes.
So you learn English through the practice, yes, through the speaking with foreigners.
Yes, and I did like an online course as well, and I had quite few English friends, which helped a lot, as you can understand better in practice how to use the knowledge you get. So that was really useful. And on the other hand, obviously England it's a big country, so they have different dialects in depends of the part of England. So English they speak in north part of England, like in Yorkshire, Manchester, Liverpool. It's totally different than the one they use in south. English they use in South England, it's accent is much easier to understand. Like I remember when I arrived first time to England and I met someone from North, I couldn't understand even a word when they were speaking to me. So that was very challenging. It's just a matter of time when you practice and learn, and then you manage to understand the way they speak. Yeah, it's totally different. Like you can compare a bit with Ukraine, the way people accent they have in West, let's say, and East or Central part, isn't it, or North, South?
Yeah,
I believe.
for sure. Yeah.
So it has its impact. Yeah.
Before you join us, we with our participants watched the video about 5 o'clock tea tradition. Is it still exists? Because a lot of jokes about this in the internet. Is it true that the life in England stop in 5 o'clock and everybody go to drink tea?
I wouldn't say it's exactly like that. That 5 o'clock everyone leaves everything and they go to have a tea. But definitely tea it's an important part in the life of Englishmen. As yeah, it's their thing. They love to drink tea, and they love to have. They have even a thing called afternoon tea, which is basically like a selection of different sandwiches, scones, like a sweet pastries typical to England, and they usually have it with tea. So it's a very common, like English ladies. Very, very often they meet with like a bunch of friends, and they go to special places like cafes or restaurants, yeah, to have a lunch together and to have a tea and different selections of sandwiches, which is very common. And yeah, tea it's a huge part of English men and women lives. So it's definitely think they they drink tea quite often. I did see it myself, and it became my habit as well at some point in my life. And I'm not such a tea person, so yeah.
I'm for sure I'm coffee person, so for me it would be difficult to drink tea.
Yes, same as me. Like I start my day with the coffee, and yeah, I usually have few coffees a day. But even in my workplaces, I can see like majority of English people like they like to have the tea. It's just their thing. Yeah. So and they drink tea with milk. That's a very common thing.
You know that you say that you drink a couple of cups of coffee. I drink couple of liters of coffee every single day. So okay, but tea
Yeah.
I prefer to drink.
I think we live such a busy lives.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's true. So, but I should ask you about cuisine in England, because I know that you work as a chef in England. So I believe that you know a lot about traditional cuisine. Can you share with us what's the main meal in England? What they eat in daily life?
First thing when they start the day, it's a bit different than in Poland and in Ukraine, I believe. Like the main thing they eat a lot of porridge, which is oats cooked with milk. So it's basically it's the daily thing. Like even in cafes and restaurants, they serve it for breakfast. It's like as a healthy option. So it's quite common. And yeah, and English breakfast. I don't know if you're familiar with it. It's very popular, which is basically any form of eggs, which can be scrambled eggs, fried eggs, or even boiled eggs with sausages, bacon, hash browns, which is like potato cakes, black pudding, which is I don't know if you know what black pudding is.
I
Like
know.
grilled tomatoes. Yeah, so it's in Poland it's called kaszanka. I don't know how is it called in Ukrainian, but it's pretty much the same thing. It's the same procedure how they produce it, just a little bit different techniques. As in every country, they have their own special way of doing it. So yeah, when it comes to breakfast, they just like to eat quite heavy breakfast, because English breakfast can, I believe, have 1,000 calories or even more. So it's like a quite heavy thing. And when it comes to lunch, dinner, I'm sure you're familiar with fish and chips, which they consider as their like national food. It's an island, so obviously they have plenty of seafood, and you can see fish and chips shops almost on every street, as it's a very common thing for English people to eat.
But it's always fish and always chips, or it's only named like this? It's always fish and chips?
Yeah, so it's a buttered fish. It's a fish cooked in like a mix of flour, beer or sparkling water, some different spices, and it just deep fried in oil. And you eat it with like a homemade cheese, and a very specific thing to England. They like to eat chips with vinegar.
With what?
Vinegar with ocet. Vinegar.
Okay.
So they always put some drops of vinegar on the chips. So I remember when I just arrived in England, I was so surprised and shocked why they put vinegar on the chips. I never understood it, but with time I got used to it, and I'm eating it time to time. So yeah, and England, as they colonized India and Bangladesh, and some of other Asian countries from this part of the world. They obviously adapt the culture in England through this way. So Indian cuisine is very popular. Curries and dals and this kind of things, they are very popular. Like I think they even consider it as their national food due to that. So yeah, you can find Indian restaurants all over the place, and curries it's like the part of their life as well on daily basis. And on top of it, the most traditional food I believe they have, it's called roast dinner. I don't know, because you've been to England. I don't know if you ever saw it before. Did you?
No, I did not. I believe that English breakfast is quite popular around the
Yes.
world, because you know that in hotels you always have two options: European breakfast or English breakfast. Of course, I
Yeah.
know a lot about fish and chips, but I am vegetarian, so I never tried. I have never tried fish, maybe only chips.
Okay.
But I was surprised that national cuisine was changed because of the number of immigrants, that you said that now the Indian cuisine is part of traditional English meal. So I was surprised about
Yeah.
that. But by the way, how the situation looks with the immigrants in London? I visited London 1 year ago, and actually I was surprised about numbers of immigrants in London, and it looks for me a little bit unsafe. Am I right, or it's only my feelings and stereotypes that I should be worried about myself?
So England and I believe it still is a very popular destination for a lot of people in the whole world. It's not only about Europe. There is a lot of immigrants. Super. I believe in London. I don't want to give you false numbers, like you can Google it to make sure, but I think in suburbans of London, it could be even 40% of foreign people living in the city. So the numbers are huge. I believe that was one of the reasons why English they vote for Brexit to exit European Union, because yeah, their pattern was even going higher and higher. So there was more and more foreign people coming to England, and I believe that's why that was one of the reasons they decided to leave European Union. And you can see it even now. Like I will give you an example in majority of jobs, as I'm a freelancer now, so I work in a lot of different places, and in majority of places, the number of foreign workers, it can vary from 40% to even 80%, or even hundreds. In some places, there is not even one English person. So London become a really multicultural city, which I always admired. That's why I've been living there for so long, which is my thing. I don't mind to integrate with different culture and religion, just to get to know different people, because I believe that's a part of the world. That's how it works. Like you always want to get to know how different people live, how they understand life, because it's totally different. So I believe that's amazing thing. But from other hand, without having like a good control of it, you can lose pattern and lose stability of it. So I think now London developed in the wrong direction. They just overpopulated the city, which creates a bit of chaotic life. Let's say public transport, it's super busy, so it's you struggle to get to work even when you use underground, which is metro in English. And you can see there is like a lot of people, and yeah, like I believe it's just overpopulated. I don't know exact numbers, but in London itself, I think in whole urban area, it can be even up to 16, 17 million people. So it's huge. And yeah, so London can be very tiring if you're not used to living in such a busy city. And yeah, it's plenty of foreign people. Like that's one of the identities of London. So yeah, that's why I believe a lot of English people they move out of London and they prefer to live in more quiet areas where they can enjoy their life in a bit slower pace.
You know, I all my life I used to live in the capital of Ukraine. So, but even Kiev compared to London is quite a place. So, I can understand how tired you are after living in so crowded places. And so you say that
that's
you're
why I did run away from London. I've been living in like a countryside for almost 5 years in a very small village. And to be fair, it's totally different lifestyle, and you can see London from England from totally different perspective. And to be fair, even living in the countryside, they are totally different. They are more open-minded, more friendly. It's like a totally different mentality. As people in big cities, usually they build some like protective shell to protect themselves from other people, as it's overcrowded and you are always more. It's just more risky on daily basis, as you know, crime level is high and stuff. So yeah, it was amazing experience actually to live in the countryside, which taught me a lot about England itself. Yeah, it just show you totally different perspective of life in this interesting country.
You mentioned politeness. By the way, another stereotype about UK is that English people are so polite, the most politeness nation in the whole world. Is it true they are polite?
To be fair, I wouldn't say they are the most polite in the whole world, but definitely it's a part of the culture. They are very friendly. That's the first impression, definitely, when you're there. Apart of in big cities, because it's a little bit different. Like in London, people are so busy and so in hurry. You rarely interact with other people on daily basis, as people are in this rush mode to get from home to work. As it's such a big city, it can take you hour or hour and a half to get to work. So you know, a little bit busy with their own lives. But I definitely realize they are very polite, friendly, and yeah, it's politeness is definitely their thing. I would say yes.
So, you know, there is a joke that even if you receive a penalty in London, you should say sorry and thank you. even when you receive penalty, you should say thank you because you're Englishman and you should be polite. So it's not like in Ukraine, because in Ukraine people always argue with everybody and everywhere. By the way, I know.
Yes.
Okay. Say please.
I just wanted to mention one of the things I realized while living in London about police, for example. I never seen it in any other country in the world, especially if I compare it to Poland. Police is very polite, and I've been living 20 years in England, and I never have any issues with police or any problems. they don't. You feel like they are there to help you, and they just integrate with society, so they don't take advantage of the power and that they work for the government. That's one of the things I definitely realized, because when I was growing up in Poland, it never felt this way. I always felt that Polish very often use the power,
The power. Use the power.
yeah, for their own benefit in a way, and I never felt that in England. So that's something that's definitely worth admitting.
Kuba, I know that you was brave enough to visit Ukraine in the wartime, through the wartime. So
Yes, I did.
now you can compare Ukraine, Poland, and UK. How did you feel in Ukraine? Can you say that maybe you mentioned some our cultural differences compared to Poland or UK? What you can say about Ukrainians? Okay, how we look for you?
So definitely first I need to mention what I realized, that definitely Ukrainian people are very brave, considering the whole situation in which you are in now. I think in majority of nations they wouldn't be able to do what you do and be as brave and defend yourself the way you do. I definitely think so. And I think we have a lot of similarities with Poland and Ukraine. So Polish people and Ukrainian people, we're from the same part of the world. So I think we can compare our nations to each other. We are very similar. And from other hand, we are a bit different, as I believe every country, in a way, they have their own style, let's call it. And what I realize in Ukraine, people are very polite as well, to be fair. Like, obviously, we are from the central east/eastern bloc, which we are totally different than people from West Europe. We are not over polite as in England, but I think people are reasonably polite, because in England I feel like people are in a way a little bit fake. It's a fake politeness sometimes. It's not honest, and I think what's definitely we can say about Ukrainian and Polish people, we are not as fake. Like, if we like someone, we will show it. If we don't, we will show it as well. And in England, if someone doesn't like you, they're gonna be still nice in your face. That's what I learned after so many years. But this is just stronger than them self, you know. This is the culture. They're just like over polite. But I think deeply inside, it's not always the way they feel about you or about the certain situations. So that's what I feel. That's how it was. And it's obviously, I can say it about all people, but definitely part of them.
Have you ever tried some Ukrainian meal? Did you like Ukrainian food?
Yes, I do. Because I stayed in Kiev a few times. I think in total I stayed for maybe 3 months, and I tried some homemade food, and I did eaten in the restaurants. So yeah, I did like Ukrainian cuisine. Like, I do like your famous and borscht ukrainsky, which is for you as like a national dish. So I do like it, and I know how seriously you take it. It's
Oh,
not
yes.
just a meal.
Thank you that you mentioned this. It's it's part of Ukrainian culture. Borscht,
Yeah,
borscht is
I
in our
did.
blood, you know.
Yeah, that's what I learned as well until now. That's for you. It's part of your life. I think you cannot find even one Ukrainian person would say like they can live without borscht. I think it's just
It's
something
true. It's
what's in
true.
your blood. Yeah. So, and apart of it, like what I liked about Ukrainian cuisine, that it's in a way quite similar to Polish food. Like you do dumplings. I don't remember the name now, which are very similar to pierogi.
Вареники,
Which obviously,
вареники.
yeah, vareniki. And there is plenty of similar dishes which we do in Polish cuisine. So obviously, as a Polish person, it always brings for me nice memories, and it's just having almost the same dish, just done in a bit different way, which
We don't
I
have
really like it.
we don't have a żurek, you know, in Ukraine.
So you see, that's one thing you're kind of missing, because I think a lot of Ukrainian people, they like żurek. It's even quite popular when I talk with my foreign friends who visited Poland, and all of them, they always compliment żurek. It's
I like
nice.
zupa pomidorova more than zupa pomidorova. I like more than żurek,
But you know,
but it's only because of my vegetarian style.
Pomidorowa. Okay, zupa pomidorowa, it's a very international thing. I think in every country in the world, they do their own zupa pomidorova with a little bit different way. Maybe they use a bit different spices, eat it with different form
Seriously?
of carbohydrates.
Kuba, I never,
Yes.
I never try zupa pomidorova in other country, only in Poland.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I believe that it's traditional Polish, and now I'm surprised that you say that.
Yeah, it is. It is very common, but I think we have so many different soups which you can call as a like a national dishes, like żurek, or I don't know. There's flaki, or we have zupa ogórkowa. I think you have it as well in Ukraine. I forgot the name of it because I tried it there.
It's like a rasolnik in Ukrainian.
Yes.
Zupa ogórkowa. Dobrze. I want to ask you one more question about England, because I know that we can speak about cuisine with you for hours because you're a professional in this one. So, but I should ask you one more question about England. That, you know, we discuss here human rights, and one of the human rights is its right to medical care. Can you say, is it possible to receive for free medical care in England or not? Or you should have insurance?
No. So in England, you from the wages you earn, whatever job you do, you usually pay a part to NHS, which is like National Health System, I think it's called. Which, and then you are provided with healthcare, which works quite similar like in Poland, if you're familiar with it. So in Ukraine, I think it's the same, no? So you can get like a general practice doctor's appointment, specialists. You have access to hospitals whenever it's needed, and you don't need to pay anything on top of it, like it is in the US, I believe.
In Ukraine, we have a free medical care, so you don't need an insurance to receive a help. I would not say that you will receive a care with a good quality, but still you can receive some help. So if emergency situation will happen with a foreigner in England, so he or she should first pay, and then she or he will receive help in England. It looks like this?
No, so it works like this. If you are registered in England as you have your like national insurance number, so basically your tax code, and you kind of exist in there, automatically you get a free healthcare. So the healthcare is free. I'm not sure exactly how it works if you're a foreign person, let's say visiting, and something happened. I believe if it's like an emergency issue, and let's say you will go to hospital to emergency, and you're seeking help, they will help you. But if you want to get any treatment, anything more for your personal reasons, then you need to pay. but healthcare it is free, same like in UK.
Okay,
So,
and
yeah.
another question about education. Maybe you know, maybe you're not. So if you don't know, just say. How about right to education? Are the schools are free of charge in UK? So children can study for free?
No, so free education it's school, and then if you want to go to university, you need to pay. There's no free high education. So and especially if you want to go to good university, it can be quite expensive. So the very common thing is there's like a student loan. So for example, if you go to quite good university, which can be a bit more pricey, and for example, it will cost you £50,000 for a year, and obviously you can't afford to pay it. There is something called student loan, so they can government loan you this money, and you can pay it back as soon as you finish your studies, and they give you a time to get a job, and as soon as you're able to pay it back, you pay it back without any additional fees on it. So that's what they do, but there is no free education apart of primary school, high school. Yeah. If you want to
Sounds
study,
good. This system sounds good that you will pay when you will get money. So
yes.
okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
So that's quite yeah, like human friendly. That's, and obviously you have colleges as well. Colleges are a bit cheaper, but obviously the education is totally different. It doesn't give you as much rights and to get as good profession as you would get your diploma from university. So you can go to, there is even some free colleges, but it's not like specialty education. It's more if you want to improve your certain skills or improve your if you want to learn like a foreign language or improve your English, there's always some practices when you can apply, and they have certain amount of free places for people to apply, and then if you are lucky enough, you can get free education this way.
So you should be lucky to receive free education in UK. It sounds like this.
Yeah. Considering you have so many foreign people visiting, which very often are students, and what I wanted to mention when it comes to education, what I realized there's a lot of foreign people, mainly from like richer families, coming from all over the world, from Asia, Africa, Europe, even US, to study in London. Obviously, like Oxford or Cambridge, they are very high-rated universities. So to get a place in there, you need to be really smart and really special to manage to get a place in there. But there is some highly rated universities even in London, where there's plenty of foreign students joining, and that's very common. Yeah, there's plenty of foreign students, so it's not English kids going to universities only. I would say 60-70% are foreign.
I had visited twice Cambridge and Oxford, and it looks amazing. Actually, it's like a city in the city. So it's not only one building. It's like a city of university. I would call it like this. Okay, Kuba, can you share with me your personal experience? Have you ever feel discriminated because your nationality in in the UK or not, or it's always was easy to you to find a job, to find an apartment. You know, like in Poland, there is a problem that Ukrainians could not find apartment because of the nationality. That Polish people don't want to rent apartment to foreigners. Is it the same situation in England or in other cases? You can mention whatever you want. Or
yeah. So I believe. Yeah. So I believe. Yeah. I believe it's not so easy to answer this question. Obviously, there is particular situations when it happens. Obviously, every nation gets discriminated sometimes. So the thing is, when it comes to Poland, what I realized, a lot of like low-class, uneducated Polish people goes abroad, and from my perspective, they don't give reputation as well, which creates this image of Polish people abroad. So obviously, some people do judge people by nationality. That's a very common thing. It's in the whole world. And did I got discriminated this way? I think it happened to me when someone challenged me, let's say, and said, "Oh, you know, so many Polish people comes to England and they, I don't know, take our jobs and or whatever." And then my answer always was like, I believe like they take jobs in the sectors when there is a need for it because there's not enough workers. And from other hand, what I realized in England, English people are kind of lazy in a way. Not all, but I can see they've been brought in very easy way. Like they always have everything they want, so they are not learned to be hardworking and to reach to the goals. That's why I think England had no choice to bring so many foreign people to the country to fill up the gaps in certain sectors. Because even as I said, the level of education in England, it's not as high, let's say, like in Poland, where education is totally free. So I think the level of education is much higher than, let's say, in England. So when those people with certain educations go abroad, it's obviously easier for them to find job than for English people, which didn't get any education. And yeah, I believe like everywhere, like a part of society, they do discriminate people by their nation. So I don't know, certain amount of English people, they don't like foreign people in the country. And I think in every country you can meet this kind of people, even in Poland, in
For
all
sure.
Europe. So I think it's a thing you can see on daily basis in every country. So
You're
but
right.
I believe in London it's not as common as I mentioned before. There's such a high percentage of foreign people, so people are used to it so much. Like while you walk on the street, you can hear sometimes 5-6 different languages in 5 minutes when you pass by. That's how it looks like. So yeah, I think at this moment it's more discrimination against people of different color of the skin or different religion when in England. I think that's the main problem now. It got better because I think there was how it was maybe 10-15 years ago. Now it's a bit better. They
So
like work.
it's not so easy to discriminate somebody if you're a multicultural city, yes? So because in London, so many.
Exactly.
Okay, I got your point. Thank you, Kuba. I will ask our participants. Maybe they have a question to you. Dmitro, do you have a question to Kuba?
because
Hello,
I'm
by the
being
way.
late. Because
Yeah, because of that, Dmitro, you should have a question.
I've been late. I just considered what my question might be. So, as I understood, the topic we are discussing is living in England and the issues about healthcare, education. In general, I'm always interested in education in foreign countries, and English is one of the most well known in the world as educational hub. Everybody in the world know Cambridge, Oxford, so it's a pretty useful information about this, and I'm a little bit surprised about the education in England. So my question was will be easy. What is your Cuba? What is your advice to me as a father? What kind of way I could help my children to get education, for example, in England? Yeah, what is the first step? What is your maybe do some organization exist in England or in national countries which provide such assessment for students?
Yeah, hi, Dmitro. So, how it works, as I mentioned before, there is some like a human-friendly programs which kind of helps you to get education even for free. So you basically need to apply for it. You can apply for it online, but it's more like college-style courses and stuff. When it comes to higher education, like a university, if let's say you would want to send your kids to university in England, I think it's all up to the grades, how good grades are, because especially in better universities, they always look for the smartest students with the best grades. I think that's the main goal. And then, as I mentioned before, there's a way that you can take a loan without paying anything until you finish the uni and you start doing the job in the profession you study in. So I think this is the best way. So you basically invest in your education, and obviously, if it's a good job and you're gonna get paid well, you can easily pay it back in a matter of time. So I think that's a good plan to do it. Like I know a few people who did it, and it's basically motivates you even better to succeed after you finish your university, isn't it?
Thank you for your question, for your answer.
Yeah, no problem.
Zarina, maybe you have a question because you was not late, so you you hear everything, so you can ask maybe.
Even though, hello, I don't know what to ask. But okay. First question: do you have family?
Do you?
I mean,
no. I don't have kids. No. I have a partner, but I don't have kids. No. I wasn't lucky yet.
Why I'm asking that? Because my friend, so from the in the beginning of war, one of my friends, she went to Netherlands with her son, and then she moved to London. And she was really very surprised about the behavior of adults towards children, and not towards their own children, but also towards not their own children. For example, she told me such kind of a story. So, as you know, our nationality, Ukrainians, are quite strict Sometimes
Mhm.
we quite rude, we very straight, yes, and if our children behave themselves very badly, we can argue, we can criticize them. Okay, it's good that we learned not to criticize them on the eyes. So between different when you are on the street or with other people, with other strangers, but only at home, but still. So according to our nationality, as she used to do it, she told me such story that her son did something bad, and they went. They were on the street somewhere, and she said that okay, we are going to going shopping or something like that, and I'm criticizing him for his behavior. Not crying, not shouting at him, but I was very strict, quite a little bit maybe rude, something like that. And somebody, some stranger person, so Englishman or I don't know, English woman, he or he, I don't remember, came to not to her but to her son, and her son was 10 years old only, and she or he asked him, is everything okay with you? Does your mom hurt you or something like this? So he or she didn't ask her what happened, and maybe she or he needs some help. So they showed that she cannot do such things to her child. Anyway, she can be only very polite, as you said, and cannot criticize her child in any way.
Yeah, so actually what you say is true. In England, it's very common, like as we spoke before about this politeness, and it's totally different mentality than in Ukraine and in Poland. I think we are still a little bit old school, and we're quite strict with kids, and to teach them manners and teach them life and teach them responsibility. In England, that's true. Kids are very spoiled. There's no strict rules. And what's very common as well, 15, 16 years old teenagers, they're moving out of homes, and even they have families from 17, 18 years old. So that's totally different thing than if we compare it to Poland and Ukraine.
And who paid for their life when they moved? Or I know, for example, in Canada, I have some friends there. So the same thing, when they are 16 years old, so they are graduated from school, they moved from their family home, but they have a financial pillow, so-called, because from the very beginning of their life, their parents put money into the bank on their account. And when they are 16 years old, so they have the access to this account, and they may spend all this money, but it depends on them where to spend.
So in England, some of the teenagers, they just go and work, like they just look for jobs. So they, as I said, they like a mid class and low class, very often they don't get education. They just start working from age of 14, 15, very often in the restaurants, whatever, hotels, like easy accessible jobs without like any education. There's plenty of people like this. I met a lot of English chefs which start working in the kitchen from age 13, 14, 15, and they do it for whole their life. without getting any education whatsoever. So sometimes they even drop high school, so they don't even finish high school. But this is like the lowest class. And about your question before, before in England, there was a huge problem about it. I wouldn't, not a problem, but England openly was giving away benefits to families in need. So they changed the law before, but 15 years ago, let's say young couple, when they have a baby, or any couple, even foreign people, when you have a family and you don't work, they would provide you a place to stay and even give you money to live. So it was very common. There was a lot of foreign families coming, couples. They would in few years have 2-3 kids, and then government would support them and give them, let's say, house to stay, help them to pay the bills, and even provide the money for daily life. But then they changed the law, so now it's much harder to apply for it, for those benefits, but it's still doable. So if we compare with Poland and Ukraine, I think that's a huge difference, because I'm sure in Ukraine you cannot just apply for any help from government and like stay home and do nothing, isn't it?
And thank you. And one more question. For example, sorry, you are not Englishman, so maybe you already know. I don't know about nowadays, the situation about nowadays, but some years ago, again, I have a friend. So her sister went to London and she lived as an immigrant illegally, firstly, so for several years. And then I don't remember for how many years you can live in London just to receive this official permission for living. And it was really very hard because governmental agencies, or these immigration agencies, they called to every relative in Ukraine just to get to know the information about that girl who lived in London for a long period of time, just to give her a permission, official permission to live. So what about now? Is it easy to receive official permission, or how it works?
So I can kind of tell you from my experience what I did experience, or what I heard from my colleagues and friends. In majority of cases in England, they are quite open-minded and friendly to refugees and immigrants. So very rarely it happens that someone is just being sent away and they don't receive any help. Usually in England, they are very friendly when it comes to it, and they just try to provide as much help as they can. And normally the rule is when you live in England, after living for over 5 years, you have a right to apply for like a citizenship. So yeah, but as I said, I'm not sure how it looks now, because obviously law changes sometimes on yearly basis. So I'm not sure how Brexit affected, but yeah, before I knew some cases when they just try to help foreign people and refugees. They even help them to find jobs, give them sometimes education, place to stay. So that's a very common thing in majority of Western European countries.
So, and don't you think about changing your citizenship?
As I've been living for so long in England, I have like a permanent residence, which guarantee to me that I can stay kind of as much as I want, and I can leave whenever I want, come back whenever I want. I didn't get British passport yet, as I never felt like I need one. But due to a lot of changes in England lately, I believe Brexit affects it, and because of it, economy it's weakening from year to year. I'm thinking more to move abroad and maybe go back to Poland, as I believe in Poland things went to better, especially if I compare it how it was 10, 20 years ago. Like it's a huge difference. Or even to go and enjoy a bit better weather and different life conditions in different parts of Europe. That's like one of my ideas. It's something what I want to do maybe sooner or later. As I've been living for so long in England, and I do like in England, don't get me wrong. I just feel like maybe it's time to change. But I would definitely recommend England to visit or try to live in there to just understand yourself on your own skin how it is.
By the way,
Yeah.
Kuba, we did not discuss rainy weather in London. Is it true or not? Is it still raining, or sometimes
Yes.
the sun is calm?
So that's one of the biggest downsides of English life. I believe in a whole year it can be from 200 to 200 like 30 rainy days, which is a lot. I think you can Google it and have a look if you want exact numbers, but it's like it's not for everyone. It's quite depressive. I even felt it on my own skin. When you have sometimes 2 weeks in a row when it can constantly rain and be like kind of coldish, just a bit depressive, because I think all of us we need sun and vitamin D. It's like part of our life now. We need it to function healthy.
I believe that I'm a lucky person because 3 times I visited UK and 3 times the weather was sunny. So that is why I did not believe that it could be in another way, just because I didn't experience this on my own skin. So, but
Yeah, of course.
I want to say you thank you because you joined us emergency and you find the time to share your experience, and it was incredibly interesting for me to hear from your side how it looks like life in UK. Thank you so much, and I should let you
You're
go
welcome.
because I promise you that it would take only 1 hour, and it's already 1 hour and 20 minutes. So I should let you go, but I should say thank you a lot, and I will buy you
You're
a coffee
welcome.
when
It was
I
a
visit
pleasure.
London one more time.
It was a pleasure. Thank you. Really nice to meet all of you. And yeah, I wish all the best to all of you. And yeah, have a great day.
By the way, thank you that you
maybe
support
see you
Ukraine
another
and
day.
Ukrainians. I should say it for our Ukrainian participants that Cuba support Ukrainians in London a lot and support Ukraine in general. So that is why he visited Ukraine during the war. So thank you for standing with us in these hard times for Ukraine. We really appreciate your position in this question, that you know who
You're
is
welcome.
terrorist. Thank you so much. So
it's my pleasure.
So we should make some break, coffee break for our participants, and see you in 20 minutes. Thank you, guys. See you soon.
See you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Mhm.
Так, hello to everyone one more time. Тетяна, як справи? Заріна підключилася чи ні?
Ні, щось її немає.
Напиши їй, будь ласка. We should start with the video. Next section of our lessons. Тетяна, включи, будь ласка, відео про права людини.
Дмитро, я знаю, що ви з Аріною працюєте, так?
Штурхніть її там. Штурхніть під столом.
Вона сьогодні з дому, але ми щойно з нею спілкувалися, буквально хвилину назад, тобто вона на зв'язку зараз, я думаю, вона під'єднається.
Я думаю, ви по черзі запізнюєтеся. Ви знаєте, як караул такий. Добре, Тетяна, включай, будь ласка, відео.
Check this out. Today we're gonna be chatting to some heads about the issue called human rights. How long has there been human rights?
The ideas have probably been there since the beginning of time, but it's only since 1948 that we've talked about what we owe each other as international and universal rights.
Has the right to be in private changed since December the 11th?
Hey, remember Orwell's 1984 about Big Brother?
No.
Okay. It's just the idea that there's a big brother there and he is filming you and he is taping you and he's watching every move you make.
Does you think it is possible that we is even being filmed now?
Obviously, we're being but by the U.S.
Right.
Well, even I is shocked on the drive down here from New York. Driving down, the car I was in was stopped at these kind of barriers, like 4 times, 4 sets of these barriers that they had obviously just set out. And the only way we could get through them was the driver obviously knew had some kind of bribery thing. He dropped couple of dollars.
Actually, we call those toll booths.
Right. Is freedom of speech really all that? Don't it just give me Julie the right to talk rubbish all day long?
I think we probably will accept a lot of rubbish so that the right itself won't be infringed.
Yo, but if she's nagging all day long and say, oh, did you see Sex in the City last night? Oh, George Clooney is so good looking. Oh, did you see my new shoes? Oh, I was pregnant again, whatever. You know, that make me crazy, isn't it?
Free speech is limited when it begins to harm someone else's security and safety.
Can people force other people to say things?
No.
How come Julie can force me to tell her that we love her?
You have a choice whether or not to do that. You could leave.
No, we don't, because sometimes she prepared my favorite food, which is hot dog with like the mustard stuff, you know, the really good stuff.
Yeah.
You know, like the spicy stuff.
Right. Yeah.
And she say, yo, you know, she cook it and then she go, yo, we love you, you know. And I say, oh, that's thanks. She go, yo, me, you know, we love you. You want some hot dog? I go, yeah, you know, thanks, give me the hot dog. Yo, we love you. What is you think? And then, you know, we just go, yo, give me after. And she go, yo, unless you say you love me, you ain't getting none of this. Ain't that against me human rights?
No.
But me love hot dogs. Ain't that a form of torture?
Yes, but not technically speaking.
So let's talk about women rights. I ain't used the word bitches.
Thanks.
Is you a feminist?
Absolutely.
And what is your other hobbies?
My other hobbies?
Yeah.
Is feminism a hobby?
Feminism I don't consider a hobby. It's a way of life.
Does you think that women should have equal rights in the workplace.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But ain't there the danger if them get equal rights in the workplace, then we'll start asking for them at home?
I don't see that as a danger at all. I think they should have equal rights at home.
So does you think that women should be expected to do the cooking and cleaning when they come home from work?
No.
So does you think it's better that they does it before they leave for work in the morning?
I think the question is how it gets done.
Right.
I guess
My husband cleans the house. I don't.
I
He
guess-
wants me to clean. I hire a cleaning lady. I don't clean.
Well, he
I
does the
cook.
cleaning. Well,
I cook. He cleans. I cook.
Well, that's
Now, if you heard
funny.
me say that publicly, I'd probably be in trouble.
But you know, I think we think of it.
What? Does he wear all the costume and everything?
No, he likes it.
I've got a joke.
Okay.
You know? It's like, I's well into women's rights and their lefts and their lefts.
With your comment earlier
Yeah.
about the bitch,
Right.
that you're going to take exception to that.
Yeah. I got it. Yeah, I did get it. Yeah, I did get it.
I mean,
Yeah.
You have to be, yeah.
I mean, I guess, again, for me,
What else you like? That normally like go down
I mean,
really well.
No, you mean that joke?
I said, I said like their rights, like what we're talking right.
Yeah.
But also in England we say that you're right, like your right hand side.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you're right. And then the left like
Yes.
us talking as if they're babbling.
Yeah.
I like their right,
Yeah.
babbling
got
on
it.
in
We
there.
did
we
get
got it.
Left.
It's not respectful. Where's the line? If my employer comes up and says to me, honey, makes a joke like that, what am I supposed to think?
Yeah, you're gonna laugh. Then you're gonna think, what?
Well, what's he trying to get at? What's he insinuating? What does that mean for my job?
You must be trying well hard not to laugh.
It wasn't funny to me.
But you was
I
laughing.
did laugh.
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
did.
you was, well.
I laughed. I did.
Yeah, because it's well, but did you not laugh because you didn't understand?
No, I understood it, but for me,
Because it's
those
hard
things
to
are
get.
offensive.
It's a thing.
I believe that
You does get it.
I got it.
So
And
explain it, if you guys.
it has to do with the size of their breasts.
Yeah, that's it.
I got it.
All right, okay.
Okay,
You
I
did get
got
it. I thought maybe sometimes, I ain't saying I does this, but if someone says a joke, I go, yo. No, I don't say that, yeah, but if I did get it, I say, yo,
I don't like
keep
it.
that to yourself.
Yeah.
I don't like
Yeah.
you saying that. Say that stuff somewhere else.
Well,
But then, if someone else explains to me, sometimes I believe.
Right. No, I
No.
got it. It's just offensive.
This has been well interesting. So you've got one word you want to say. Yeah.
Peace and respect.
December 10th, Human Rights Day.
December 10th. Love and peace.
Respect, love, peace.
So I do rap with that, yo. So, yo, check it out, yo, because it's love and peace. And I ain't talking about my piece, my AK, yo, that, whatever that we bought from my niece. I was talking about loving it.
Respect.
I was talking about December the 10th.
Internet.
I was talking about the 10th of December. You got to remember, because there's going to be some things. And I ain't talking about September. I'm talking about December. And yo, because I was talking about respect on the decks. That's my man. Yo, checks. He pays the checks of money. And that's what it's all about. All right? So, keep it real,
Yeah,
respect.
man.
Yo,
Yeah.
good luck with what's happening.
Yeah.
Safe. Yo.
Safe.
Yo, keep it real.
Hey, Ola, nice to see you.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Maria. Nice to see you too, guys. So, I heard we're almost there. A few more weeks and the classes are done.
By the way, did you receive an invitation to our meeting in Lublin?
Yeah, thank you very much for inviting me. I really hope I can make it. Can't promise it yet, but I'll do my best to be in Lublin in that time. And actually, because we are almost in the end of our English trip this time, we decided with Maria to prepare for you some new stuff. I hope you will like it, but of course, as always, your feedback is very important to us. So we decided to try the new tool. I hope you heard about it. If you didn't, you probably will, because it's getting more and more popular during the classes. And I'm talking about quiz right now. If you know what quiz means, just lift your hand. Tell me you know. Maria knows, Tatiana knows, Dmitro knows. Zarina, did you kind of had experience with quizzes before?
I don't remember. Maybe yes. Maybe maybe I know, but I don't remember.
Okay.
But you don't know that you know.
You don't know that you know. Yeah, so basically this is like a tool that recently started to be very popular. It's like a questionnaire with the questions. It's like Maria, remind me, how was the name of the game там про мільйонера, пам'ятаєш?
О щасливчик.
Oh, так.
So you will have 4 options to answer. One question and 4 options, and somebody will win in this game. So, and we should, by the way, Tatiana, we should establish new tradition. Ми маємо започаткувати нову традицію. Хто перемагає в цій грі, має отримати якийсь сувенір від Helping Ukrainians. Put it down in your list what we should do.
That's a good idea. Yeah, so basically with all right answers, you collect points, right? So of course, it could be a winner based on these points. For now, we're just testing if you will like it, how it goes, like if it's something nice. So the idea is actually to see how well landed new information, new knowledge about the topics that we were covering during the lesson. And then like after the topic, you usually have simple quizzes. So you go through and you see, okay, now I know how to use it, or I don't know how to use it. So we decided to give it a try with the human rights today, just to see how it will go. And then our plan is to jump to the topic, like a grammar topic. And again, we will see how successful you were with remembering new stuff. So if we manage with the time, we will do another small quiz in the end of the grammar topic, okay? And then you're free to go and enjoy your Friday. Okay, Maria, I will share my screen for a second, just so guys could scan the QR code. Let's try to scan the QR code first. Then you enter your name. So this QR code will lead you to the web page where the quiz is. Then you just put your name in the field, and then we'll start the quiz, okay? And you answer, you have 30 seconds for each question to answer. But yeah, if you're faster, that's fine. Let's see how it works, okay? Okay, Maria, if you can also like send the picture to the chat, please do it.
I will send, and by the way, if you would be quick, you will receive more points. Якщо ви будете швидше відповідати, то ви отримаєте більше балів.
Okay, just a second. I'm looking how I can share it. Okay. Let me know if you can see it. I hope you can. Так. Ага, вам ще не видно код. Окей, добре. Це трошечки складніше поділитися. Добре, Марія, давай тоді вишлемо картинку QR-кода в чатик.
Окей, зараз. Власне, я скинула посилання, може через посилання?
Посилання і код, да, посилання і код. Добре, я тоді спробую зараз картинку ще скинути, щоб було зручніше комусь просто засканувати.
Якщо хочеш, я вишлю зараз.
Давай, хто швидше, неважливо, хто з нас це зробить.
Ні, це важливо, я хочу бути першим.
Добре, більше points до тебе. Ага, все, є код, друзі, є код і є лінк, спробуйте перейти, має відкритися вікно квізу. Скажіть, коли вийде, будь ласка.
Лінк в чаті зустрічі.
Да, в чаті зустрічі. Всі
Там
йдемо.
є лінк і номер, який ви маєте ввести, це як пароль.
На жаль. Там. Будь ласка, скиньте ще раз, мабуть, що я...
Ти не можеш, так? Ага.
Я заходжу в чат, в мене він пустий.
Пустий чат. Ага, це цікаво, я бачу, до речі. А скажіть, будь ласка, хто ще, дайте нам зворотній зв'язок. Ви бачите в чаті меседжі чи ні?
Я вже нібито зайшла.
Ти зайшла, так, прекрасно. Тоді чекай нас.
Я дублюю для Дмитра, може він зараз побачить.
Так,
Дмитро,
я бачу.
так?
Це я вже бачу, так. Я пишу.
Все, і зараз, до речі, вже на екрані є QR. Тепер воно чомусь відкрилось правильно. Можна ще, Дмитро, можна телефоном зісканувати. Тоді він одразу, вже не треба код зустрічі вводити, він одразу перейде на сторінку.
Антона, у вас відкрилося? Антон сьогодні дуже тихий. Я його намагаюся
Антон, дайте знати,
дістати.
чи ви є, чи вас чекати. Так, мабуть, Антона немає. Ми робимо.
Дмитро, Заріна, Антон не з вами працює, так?
Ну, так. Я його не знаю. Так.
Ну,
Так,
пропоную тоді починати.
Так, якщо ми більше нікого не чекаємо, тоді Заріна, Дмитро, ви змогли зайти, так?
Ось завантажується.
Все, чекаємо тоді Дмитра.
Алло, мене чути?
Антон, так, вітаємо.
Я вже зайшов і працюю, відповідаю на питання.
Супер. Да, ви засканували код? Ви змогли перейти на сторіночку?
Вроді би Антон каже, що він зайшов, якщо я правильно зрозуміла.
Добре.
Через лінк.
Так, супер, Антон. Добре. Все, ми чекаємо Дмитра, і ми почнемо тоді. Там прості питання про human rights.
Там не прості питання про human rights.
Марія, на що ти лякаєш людей до того, як вони
Там тяжкі, дуже тяжкі питання про human rights. Дмитро, як там справи вийшли?
Ні, колеги, телефон не тягне, я під'єднаю зараз комп'ютер і...
Ага, QR теж не спрацював для вас, ні?
А що ми маємо робити там?
Відповідати на запитання, вибирати просто опції.
А я не бачу цих запитань просто. Де ці запитання?
Ви коли почнете його, там вони з'являться, будуть питання.
Ні, в мене з'явилася тільки картинка 10 questions remaining, resume attempt, start over і все.
Так, зачекайте. Ага, я бачу. Да, це дуже цікаво, до речі. Так, зараз подивимося, має працювати. Тобто ви бачите картинки, але не бачите запитання, я правильно зрозуміла?
Да, просто стартова картинка, там от я бачу Human Rights Quiz, 10 questions and that's all. А де ці 10 questions?
Да, а старт ви бачите там таку штуку, як типу почати?
Start over, в мене написано.
Так, тільки почекайте всіх, щоб типу всіх був однаковий час, інакше ваш час почнеться.
В общем, нам треба, коли всі зайдуть, нажати старт.
Ну так, бо інакше у нас буде як фальш-старт. Хтось почне раніше. Ну, зараз це не так важливо, тому що ми тестуємо взагалі, як працює. От теж, бачите, можна комп свій протестувати, тягне він, не тягне, але подивимося. І телефон Дмитра теж, ви кажете, не дуже тягне, так?
Я під'єднав зараз комп'ютер, зараз я його вімкну, тільки мені потрібно буде, щоб ще раз лінк, виходить.
Ага. Добре.
Зараз я включаю.
Він там має бути.
Відповідний.
Угу. Там все є, там все в чатіку є, ви маєте бачити, я вам зараз ще раз.
Ні, я просто зараз я зайду і тоді, як під'єднаюсь, бо так він не бачив, в мене ж він як оновлюється.
Угу. Добре, давайте, нічого страшного. Я думаю, що якщо у нас сьогодні все вийде, це буде цікаво на майбутнє, тому давайте доб'ємо технічно. And Maria, while we're waiting for Dmitro, we can just briefly discuss the video that we just saw. As I understood, it was this Borat, the guy from the movie, yeah? And they decided to make it kind of that he is violating all the human rights in a way, like especially women rights, and two very probably intelligent women trying to answer him in a very polite way. Yeah, because I couldn't see the whole video, so I just grabbed a piece of information from the kind of middle.
It's not so easy to make a joke about human rights, but still I try to make our lessons more funny. I don't know, maybe Zarina can share her opinion. Is it a normal sense of humor if we're joking about human rights or not? But still, to make these lessons more interesting and more funny, we try to use different tools. Zarina, did you like the video?
I switched on, I think in the middle of the video, and really that guy, he's not the guy, he's like dude.
Yeah. Disgusting dude. Yeah.
Yo, and nothing more, yo. I even couldn't understand the meaning of his speech, because after every word there is yo, and there is no any end of the sentence even. Okay, it was quite hard, but as I've understood, he was surprised that he might do he should do something at home, and he cannot understand why, and that woman that he asked about this equality, yes, or feminism.
Equality.
And feminism, is it a hobby? Just a hobby or something like that?
This is humiliating, right? Like the way he speaks. But I think it's also, I don't know, raising a lot of negativity in us, especially in women, because when you hear this, you just want to punch him in his face. Вдарити його в обличчя. This is the first reaction. But I think it's also the question that, of course, it's very accelerated. Так, це дуже перебільшено, що вони показали. But it's also teach us how to politely react in this situation, because like violence, even with an arrogant person like him, it's still not a way out, right? So you need to kind of explain how this two women were doing that. I admire the patience, to be honest, but that was like a good, polite way to still talk to him, kind of go into the basic. Maybe he didn't have parents, maybe didn't have mom to know this basic stuff. Like, we don't know what the background of the person is. So I think when we even face these challenges in life, the main thing is to remain patient, whatever happens. And in our world of instability, in our world in the very high emotion level right now, like basically conflicts going everywhere, Ukraine with the war living for 3 years. So remaining patient is just the key for all of us, right? Not to become aggressive, even when you really want to.
You're right. It's still challenging even for me to stay polite and calm when I speak with a person like this. And unfortunately, I still can meet a man who believes that home, like a housework. It's only for women, and so they still exist in the 21st century. And how to stay calm, it's really challenging still for me.
Yeah. Yeah, and I will also put some word as arrogant, so you will know how to use it. I think it's quite kind of good word to add into your vocabulary. Okay, Dmitro, give us some good news.
Yeah, I am in a game.
You're in a game.
I connect
Okay.
and
Okay, Zarina is ready. Dmitro is ready. Anton, are you ready?
Anton is.
I finish.
You finished. So you're ready.
Okay, Anton. Okay, guys. So Anton has finished. Anton, everything worked, right? You saw the questions. Okay, guys. So then let's start. Then the competition will be between Dmitro and Zarina because Anton already the winner, who didn't play fair.
But Olga, is really hard to win when you play with yourself. So
yes, that's true. Okay. Next time we will block someone who starts first. But okay, this time, as I said, we're testing.
Start.
Okay, Zarina, do you see the question now when you put your name and start the game? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So just go, guys. Go as fast as you can. Okay, let us know when you're done.
What is the main role of human rights?
Do you need a help from the friend, like in that show, Dmitro?
Okay, I'm done.
Super. Dmitro, how are you?
I think I have also finished.
Okay. Okay. So, Zarina, you did 100% of the answers are correct. So, congratulations. This is actually amazing. You did it very well.
Thank you.
Yeah, Dmitro, you did 2 mistakes. Interesting. Which questions was too complex, like too complicated for you? Where you made the mistake? Do you remember?
Yes, it was a second question with the date, with the data of Declaration of Human Rights.
That was a
I
challenge.
missed it, so I chose 1945 instead of 1948, and other question is really I didn't get the question.
You didn't get the question. Okay. Which one?
It was 9 or 8. 9.
9 or 8. Let me just.
Oh no! It was 10. Yeah,
10?
last question.
The last question.
Dmitro, no worries. We just are checking how it works. So it's like a first shoot.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
My vocabulary isn't enough for understand the question.
Yeah, but that's why I want to let us read together, so we will just see where you stuck, right, for the future, because it's just interesting. Okay, let me just see the questions. Just a second. So you said the last one. Okay.
Anyway,
so,
it was very interesting competition. Yeah.
So I believe the last one was, what is the main role of human rights NGOs such as Amnesty International, right? That's one. Yeah, Dmitro? Yeah.
Yes.
So I think probably you were a bit stuck with NGO abbreviation, right?
Yes, and the full word also I didn't get. Full word amnesty. Yeah, amnesty.
Okay, so I'll just explain you. So also maybe for someone else it would be interesting as well. So NGO and its non-governmental organizations. Це в українській мові це будуть будь-які фонди чи благодійні організації.
В Україні, вибач, що перебуваю, в Україні це неурядові організації.
And Amnesty International, it's one of the most famous one, of the biggest one. They actually like a global organization. And they basically watching the violence of human rights globally. We had some cases with them when they didn't support also Ukrainian cases too much, especially with this war, because they need also to report the cases, right? The violence. Sometimes they don't do the job very very good. So in this case, we kind of complain about them, Але це Amnesty International, воно дуже популярна організація, насправді. Якщо ти її прогуглиш, Дмитро, там багато чого можна про них почитати. От єдине, що вони не завжди справедливі, знаєш, в усьому. Спочатку здавалося, що вони такі ідеалізована організація трошечки, але насправді Інколи у них закриваються очі на порушення, і вони їх не бачать. І щодо України було таких пару кейсів, коли вони там недостатньо проявляли, тиск. Такі організації зазвичай тиснуть на уряди теж різних країн. Пишуть от такі типу листи, скарги, зверніть увагу, чи там їдуть кудись, роблять перевірки. Amnesty International так мала спочатку дуже гарну репутацію, зараз її репутація вже не на 100% ідеальна. Я це сказала українською, просто щоб було зрозуміліше, про що мова йде. Марія, якщо ти хочеш щось додати, бо я думаю, що це такий важливий топік насправді.
Так, я хочу додати, що громадські організації, NGO-сектор, також називається в англійській мові like third sector, тому що вони мають значний вплив на політику. І ви знаєте, що перший сектор – це безпосередньо державні інституції, до яких ви належите. Другий сектор називається приватний сектор, тобто приватні особи. Третій сектор – це якраз NGO. І враховуючи, що вони мають вплив і на економіку, і на політику, і на як процеси відбуваються в країні, їх називають третім сектором впливу. Тобто ви в англійській мові можете зустріти зразу два поняття, ілі NGO, ілі third sector. Інколи в інших країнах вони кажуть про свою роботу так, що я працюю у третьому секторі. Тобто вони не кажуть, що я працюю в NGO, вони кажуть, що вони працюють в третьому секторі.
І я вже додала в чаті, теж, Дмитро, можна буде подивитися, і Тетяна вам вийшла цей документ теж окремо, як ми домовлялися, що коментарі з чатіку чи vocabulary they will share with you later. Але там якраз от я прописала, по-перше, приклади організацій, що таке NGO, як його перекласти, і заодно, наприклад, Doctors Without Borders, може ви чули, Лікарі без кордонів, така теж одна з дуже відомих, популярних організацій. Greenpeace, ви точно чули, бо він вже навіть став таким ім'ям, що використовують майже не як їх назву, а в принципі можна когось завгодно назвати Greenpeace, якщо він за екологічні права бореться. І Amnesty International – це теж одна з організацій, яка така дуже сильна, дуже впливова насправді. Так, і NGO, як Марія сказала, громадська організація або неурядова організація. Оце як воно, Non-Governmental Organization, абревіатура. Так?
Власне, щороку їх вплив збільшується, вони акумулюють кошти в себе і мають впливи, як я вже казала, і на політичні рішення, і на те, що відбувається в країнах. Тому зараз на більшості міжнародних заходах запрошують представників зразу і від сектору державного, який веде країну, і від сектору non-governmental, тому що вони мають вплив безпосередньо, що робить перший сектор. І, власне, об'єднання їх зусиль, науковці вірять, що об'єднання зусиль всіх трьох секторів можуть привести до змін в країні. І саме тому зараз намагаються залучати всі три сектори разом. І як Оля вже сказала, дійсно вони впливають, ви чули безпосередньо про спадщину ЮНЕСКО, наприклад, чому так важливо, щоб включили в списки ЮНЕСКО. Тобто, що таке список ЮНЕСКо? Вроді би нічого, але воно охороняється краще законом. Це безпосередньо показує їх вплив на те, що відбувається в окремих країнах. Okay, but I sent to you, Dmitro, you can check the chat. I sent to you information about third sector and about NGO.
Yeah. And Тетяна, please collect also what we writing. Тетяна, будь ласка, те, що в чатіку, якщо ви можете теж на окремий листочок зберегти і потім поділитися. And as we expect these NGOs, they will be even more powerful with time in the future, right? Because this is actually how society protects their rights. Так, тобто, коли є відчуття, що держава робить недостатньо, що відбувається? Суспільство бере на себе функцію держави в якихось типу, areas. Марія, допоможи мені, у мене вже англійська мова.
Areas в областях.
в якихось областях тоді суспільство перебирає на себе ініціативу. Тому ці NGO, вони будуть тільки розвиватися. Зараз теж була така проблема, якщо ви чули, коли Трамп перекрив фінансування багатьом організаціям, особливо в Україні. Марія, я впевнена, що ти теж про це чула, тому що це дуже багато коштів залучалося саме з Америки, з донорів американських, які фінансували отакі NGO-організації по всьому світу. Одна з них була американська.
USAID. І це був великий скандал серед третього сектору, тому що, як ви розумієте, там теж певна є градація, великі організації фінансують менші, тобто це дуже структурована структура, пробачте, що я кажу. Ієрархія. І так, власне, навіть теж був відомий скандал з Фулбрайтом, це стипендіальна програма, яка забезпечувала навчання в Штатах для експертів і для postgraduated осіб там, і теж люди, які опинилися на цій програмі в Штатах під час того, як Трампа вибрали, то вони опинились без стипендії. Maybe you remember, Dmitro, I invited one my friend from US and he told about that on the Fulbright scholarship, the people were left it without money. So the university helped them to survive, but still they did not receive their salary.
So if you didn't know about this, that basically, I think it's very good that we touch this topic today, because now we have a huge gap. Without this USAID programs, we lost a lot of free journalists, because you also know that we have some journalists that are not governmental and they were sponsored by USAID. They closing up the programs, or they start to build their own supportive programs to survive. It also was a lot of organizations that were doing like refugee help, people who moved from the areas already hit by war. So a lot of charity organizations, they suffered, and for now we don't have any solutions for them. So they basically will remain open only based on the donation that made from people, but it's much more challenging than just to go to USAID and ask for money, you know, when you do some job and you can report it and you're transparent about what you're doing. So Ukraine suffered a lot. I would say we lost a lot of good projects right now, like it just happened half a year ago. And I don't know how we will close the gap, but if you notice, if you were following some journalists, for instance, так, у нас це дуже багато корупційних, насправді антикорупційних організацій, які теж існували завдяки такому спонсорству, так, з більших фондів. І вони зараз просять допомагати їм просто вручну. Да? Там є такі програми, як Buy Me a Coffee, for instance, вона називається, да? Купи мені каву, але ці гроші йдуть на підтримку. Тобто я впевнена, що ви про багато організацій чули, просто, можливо, ви не знали, що вони теж фінансуються, щоб не залежати від держави і робити свою роботу максимально independent, I'm sorry, незалежно.
Власне, в цьому і зміст того, що якщо б вони фінансувалися з держави, вони не були б незалежні.
Так.
Якщо говорити про USAID, один із прикладів, що вони робили для України, вони оплачували ремонти в судах, щоб зробити їх more friendly with the person with a disability. Боже, я теж вже перехожу на англійську.
Result of our classes, yes. We're starting to...
Okay, partly English, partly Ukrainian classes. І вони оплачували ремонти по всій Україні, щоб зробити, наприклад, туалети для осіб з інвалідністю і кімнати для кормління грудьми. Тобто, бачите, не держава оплатила, а оплатили USAID. Хоча, зрозуміло, що держава більше зацікавлена в ремонті судів, ніж Штати і їх НГО. Але тим не менш. І зараз вони закрились для України.
Ну, от ви, мабуть, чули про Бігус.Інфо, Слідство.Інфо. Отакі платформи, вони теж мали фінансування, тобто зараз їм дуже важко працювати. Ну і, звичайно, все, що стосується інклюзивності, це теж все фінансувалося. Тому зважайте, якщо ви щось таке побачите, щоб ви знали, що з фінансуванням зараз величезні проблеми. Подякуємо Трампу, дай Бог йому здоров'я, звісно, ні. Добре, окей.
Я хочу додати, що є хороша новина, що деякі організації встигли вкласти кошти не тільки в допомогу комусь, а власні кошти в якийсь бізнес. Тобто вони частково незалежні, тому що в них є доходи не тільки від Америки. Ну, наприклад, одна із організацій, де я працюю, Вона вклала гроші ще 20 років назад в різні бізнеси, і в них є дивіденди. І не дивлячись на те, що це теж американська фундація, але Трамп не зміг їм перекрити грошовий потік, вони змогли втриматись, не дивлячись на те, що інвестиції з Штатів перестали надходити тільки тому, що в них була політика, що вони, таке враження, як готувались. 20 років назад вони повкладали кошти, і в них були власні кошти, щоб фінансувати їх програми. Але, власне, це не всі такі розумні були, тому маємо зараз проблеми.
Business, business should be driven by smart decision, even non-profitable. Да? Non-profitable – це той, що не заробляє гроші. Да? Це коли ми говоримо про charity. Тобто ви теж можете бачити такий non-profit. Це означає, що люди працюють заради соціальних благ, не за гроші, не за revenue. Revenue – це прибуток в цьому контексті. Okay, so we have the...
Maybe put the revenue in the list.
Yes, I will add right now. And I just wanted to ask Anton, how was the quiz for you, Anton? I can see that you answered 80% correct and 20% you made a mistake. So do you remember which questions were like the top one for you, where you made a mistake?
Sorry, I don't remember.
You don't remember?
It was too easy for him to remember.
But how in general? Did you like it? It was easy for you? What do you say?
Some questions was for me non-understandable, some words. But in general, it's understandable for me. In general, it's easy.
It's easy. Okay, Maria, so we can make a next quiz more complicated, you see?
Okay, I will put in my list. Make a test more complicated.
Okay.
Anton, by the way, I should to ask you to turn on the camera for a minute because Tatiana want to make a photo with us together too. Can you?
Okay, you can try.
Тетяна, можеш зробити фото, ми всі готові. Всі посміхнулися майже. Тетяна, ти тут? Ладно, я зроблю сама.
Так.
Оля, ти закрила очі. One more time.
Нічого. Я закрила очі не спеціально. Добре. Так, пан Антон, раді вас бачити. Так,
власне. Гарно виглядаєте. Дякую за камеру.
Так, друзі, я додала revenue і non-profit. Будь ласка, теж запам'ятовуйте, подивіться, як це виглядає. Ви це будете бачити дуже часто в майбутньому, насправді, в Україні, особливо під час реновації і відбудовування країни. Це точно буде у вас перед очима постійно. Можливо, ви будете частиною цих процесів, можливо, ви подастеся на грант, виграєте і збудуєте якийсь класний центр.
Власне, це, Дмитро, вам треба більше дізнатися про гранти. Ви постійно питаєте про навчання дітей, але от стипендіальні програми оплачують гранти, навчання за кордоном.
Може час подумати про себе, Дмитро, може час.
Even master program, so I will send you some information in the end of our class. Okay, so Oля, you can continue.
Yeah, thank you. I will be appreciated.
Yes, I'm sharing. So, like a good thing, we have 20 more minutes. So I hope we will cover what we prepared for you regarding the grammar topic for today. But if not, no problem. We will just start from where we left it. No worries. If we will be fast enough, then we will have a small quiz in the end. Yeah, as I told you, based on this new grammar topic to see how it landed in your heads. Let me know when you will see the presentation. I hope it will start any soon. Yes, we have it. You can see it, right? Okay, yeah. So gerunds, yes. The first question, as always, did you hear, do you know anything about gerunds, or it's just a scary word for you?
I know that gerund is one of the most difficult topics in English.
Okay.
Because sometimes we even use it and we don't know that it is a gerund.
Okay, that's fair enough. Fair enough. I really hope that today, actually, after the class, you will change your mind and you will say, "Yeah, it's easy topic. Like I totally get it. Like how to use it. No problem."
It's just because we don't have something the same in Ukrainian grammar, so it's hard to understand just because we don't have some grammar part in Ukrainian language.
Yeah,
compare.
might be. Okay, Dmitro, do you know what does it mean? Did you kind of I don't know.
Oh, it's a problem for me because I'm studying English gradually and mostly by myself, and actually I have never heard covered this topic in completion. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I know something. Gerunds is verb is with ing that acts as a noun.
Very good answer. You nailed it. You nailed it.
I don't know where it can be used.
Okay, that's good answer. Yeah, I'll promise you we will cover this. Your question, your doubts, what do you have in mind? It's really easy actually. And Zarina is totally right. We're using this all the time. We just don't know that this is gerund. And when you hear gerund, it sounds scary. You're thinking, for me, it sounds like a kind of worm or something, you know? Для мене, типу, це як назва якогось черв'я. Якщо там взагалі не знати, про що мова, ти таки подумаєш, якийсь паразит, типу джерунд, типу герунді, який заліз кудись. Ми розберемося. Anton, what about you? Did you know something about gerund or totally new thing for you?
No, I heard about it, but I don't remember. It's дія, яка відбувається одночасно з якоюсь дією. Я не пам'ятаю, чесно вже.
Okay, good. Thank you for reflection. So let's then jump to our slides and let's crack it. Так, давайте розколимо цю тему. So let's crack it together. So basically, Dmitro already answered very sharply and very short way. What's going on with the gerund? It's definitely a verb plus ing, так, інгове закінчення, як ми кажемо в українській мові, яке додається до дієслова. І тоді це дієслово діє, насправді, як... Марія, переклади мені, будь ласка, noun, тому що я як цей...
Іменник.
Так, діє як іменник. Тобто ми додали інгове закінчення. Це не 100% прям всі випадки так, але здебільшого це так. Тобто ми додали ing, і вийшло у нас типа слово, яке ми використовуємо вже не як дієслово у фразі, а як іменник. Ви зараз на прикладах зрозумієте, що я маю на увазі, і зрозумієте, що ви самі це використовуєте дуже багато де. Мабуть, що просто кожного разу, коли ви говорите англійською мовою. Так, тут багато тексту, але я швидко вам прочитаю, щоб було більш зрозуміліше, про що йде мова. Так? Sometimes looks can be deceiving. Jumping to conclusion about things can land you into trouble. This is certainly the case when it comes to words we use in English. Take gerunds, for example. They look a lot like verbs, but they don't act like them at all. In fact, they prefer to act like nouns. Так, ми щойно це проговорили українською мовою, коли вони стають іменниками. What gives? Gerund come from verbs, so why do they refuse to act like them? Are they going through a rebellious phase? Do nouns through better parties? It isn't our place to judge the habits of parts of speech, but it's worth taking a closer look at gerunds to figure out the best ways to use them in the sentences. Так, сподіваюся, це було зрозуміло. І тепер, що таке герундії? A gerund is a form of a verb that ends in ing that is used as a noun. As you may know, a verb is a word that refers to action or states of being. Так, дієслово у нас відповідає за дії. And a noun is a word that we use to refer to people, places, things and ideas. Так, іменник – це те, що ми називаємо предмети, людей, місця, ідеї, будь-що. A gerund is like a blend of verbs and nouns. Так, це мікс дієслів і іменників. So it looks like a verb, but it acts as a noun. Yes, we already covered it. So for example, the word swimming is an example of a gerund. Що тут у нас сталося? У нас є дієслово to swim, так? І ми будемо використовувати to swim with like this add-on to. But if we adding up ing, we have the new word swimming from to swim, and we use it, for example, if I want to say swimming is fun. В цьому випадку я не буду казати to swim is fun, тому що це буде звучати англійською неприродньо, це буде звучати дуже дивно. Ну, наприклад, якби українською я би сказала плавати люблю я. Ну, дуже дивне речення, так? Я скоріше за все скажу, я люблю типу плавання. В українській це не настільки суттєво, тому що я можу сказати, я люблю плавати, але якщо я поміняю місця словами, так, вже не зрозуміло. Так само і з герундієм. Він більш природньо звучить в англійській мові. Тому, коли ви кажете I love swimming, ви скажете swimming. Ви можете сказати I like to swim, але це трошечки вже звучить, знаєте, як таке перший клас, трохи занадто просто. Тому, типа, герундії ви використовуєте і навіть цього не помічаєте. Ви взяли дієслово, окрім модальних, додали інгове закінчення, і у вас получився новий іменник, як в цьому випадку swimming. When used in sentence, gerunds are treated as the third person singular nouns, like he, she, and it. Okay, let's jump to the next slide. Okay, how to turn a verb into a gerund. All you need to do is add ing to the base form of a verb. Так, тобто у нас swim, swimming. The base form is the form of a verb you will find if you look up the verb in our dictionary. Коли вам пришлють презентацію, зверніть, будь ласка, увагу, що деякі слова, які підкреслені, це лінки на сторінки з більшою інформацією. Тому перейдіть, будь ласка, і подивіться, тому що там якраз буде список слів. When making a gerund, there are few things to watch out for. Unless a verb ends in double E or IE, we drop the final E in a verb before adding ing, as in joking, taking and making. Так, я сподіваюся, що це зрозуміло, але просто коли ви будете писати, у вас є, наприклад, to take, у вас закінчується на букву «і» англійську, але коли ви додаєте ing, цю «і» ви опускаєте, так, тому що буде, по-тупому слово виглядати. У вас воно тоді буде taking, which doesn't make any sense. Тому просто це трошечки складно виглядає, але насправді я думаю, що ви прекрасно знаєте, що to make буде не making, а буде making. If a verb ends in double E, adding ing like normal as in agreeing, fleeing and seeing. Так, тобто ви бачите тут теж, що просто є double E і додалося інгове закінчення. Так, і наступне, if a verb ends in IE, replace it with Y before adding ing. І тут приклади у нас, наприклад, to lie буде lying, tying, dying. Дуже гарне слово, типу помирати, помирання в цьому контексті. У нас, бачите, замінилося на Y літера І, так? Я думаю, що це теж ви насправді це знаєте, тому що я впевнена, що dying ви напишете правильно, але насправді інфінітив, така базова форма дієслова буде to die. Окей, let's move on. Sometimes we double a finite consonant when making a gerund. Consonant – це приголосна, для тих, хто не зустрічав це слово. For example, the gerund of run is running. Так? Тобто у нас закінчується слово to run, дієслово to run на n, і коли ви зробили герундій, у вас вийшло running with double n. So generally speaking, these are the rules of when to double a finite consonant to form a gerund. If a one-syllable verb ends in consonant, vowel consonant, double the final consonant as in strumming, cutting, blurring, or spinning. And rule is ignored if the verb ends in W or Y as in knowing or playing. Окей, це просто приклади правописання. Я впевнена, що ви ці слова просто бачили і вже до них звикли, тому вони у вас не визивають там ніяких більше запитань, чому так, але просто добре знати правила, чому так вийшло. Так, добре, зараз ще секундочку, я хочу з вами поділитися іншим трохи слайдом. Так, одну хвилину. Такс. Ага, так, трошечки пізніше. Я зараз вам покажу список дієслів, з якими найчастіше вживаються герундії, після яких. Окей, you can turn any verb you want except a modal verbs, так, і ви пам'ятаєте, що у нас таке, що таке модальні дієслова, так, це might, can, would, will, от з ними ми це не використовуємо, там в цьому немає потреби. Gerund versus infinitives. Ми використовуємо герундій. Це герундій – це інгове закінчення. Ще раз повторю, щоб це так вляглося у вас в пам'яті. So after certain verbs, for instance, I enjoy singing. After preposition, I drank a cup of coffee before leaving. Так, ви бачите, в цьому прикладі у нас є такий past simple. Я випив чашечку кави перед тим, як піти. Але leaving тут ми перекладаємо як піти, тому що це буде в українській теж звучати трошечки дивно, да, перед виходом, да, можна перекласти. Але в англійській мові leaving це якраз тут і означає оце фактично іменник слова вихід. Так? Перед виходом я випив каву. As the subject or object of a sentence, ми теж використовуємо герунді. Swimming is a good exercise. Так? Тут у нас іменник, плавання, хороша вправа. Тобто теж можна було би сказати to swim is a good exercise, але це звучить трошечки примітивно. І зараз я переключусь якраз на список слів. Я спробую зробити це швидесенько. Сподіваюся, що в мене вийде. А якщо не вийде, тоді ви просто давайте так зробимо, просто щоб я не втратила цю презентацію. Я вам зараз вишлю теж в чатік ці слова, і ми всі разом, ви їх відкриєте у себе по можливості, або я вам їх прочитаю, просто щоб ви не витрачали час на переключання. Так, список слів, з якими найчастіше герунді використовуються. Ви просто послухайте, ви ці слова всі знаєте, я впевнена. Якщо не знаєте, кричіть, піднімайте руку, і ми запишемо в словничок. So here are the most common verbs that are usually followed by gerund. Так, герунді іде після цих слів. Запам'ятовуємо слова. Enjoy, так, це насолоджуватися, отримувати насолоду. I enjoy living in France. Так, я насолоджуюся життям у Франції, але насправді це перекладається, мені подобається жити у Франції. Fancy. Fancy – це такі, як щось дуже класне, насправді воно перекладається. I fancy seeing a film tonight. В цьому контексті ви можете fancy використовувати як я хотів би подивитися кіно. Тобто fancy – це те, чому ви надаєте свою перевагу в якомусь сенсі. Обирайте. Discuss. Обговорення. We discussed going on holiday together. Тобто ми поговорили оце. Поїхати в відпустку разом. Dislike. Це те, що не подобається. I dislike waiting for buses. Так, не подобається мені чекати на автобус. To finish. We finished preparing for the meeting. Mind. I don't mind coming early. Так, я не проти прийти раніше. Suggest. He suggested staying at the Grand Hotel, for instance. Тобто він запропонував залишитися в Grand Hotel. Keep. He kept working, also he felt ill. Він продовжував працювати, не дивлячись на те, що погано себе почував. Avoid. She avoided talking to her boss. Так, вона уникала розмови з босом. Оці слова enjoy, fancy, discuss, dislike, finish, mind, suggest, recommend, keep, avoid. Якщо ви їх чуєте чи використовуєте в реченні, можете сміливо поруч з ними використовувати інгове закінчення і не помилитися. Але я впевнена, що у вас це вийде і насправді так природньо в голові. Список слів я ще раз копіювала в чатік, так, з прикладами, як вони використовуються. І тепер я вам ще залишу приклади. Вони в цьому лінку є, які я прислала, тобто ви можете туди зайти самі. Але щоб все було в чатіку, це список дієслів, де краще використовувати to. Да? Те, що я кажу, трошки примітивніша буде структура, як в першому класі, але якщо ви бачите, наприклад, дієслова як agree, ask, decide, help, plan, hope, learn, want. Там краще використати to. Приклади. I asked to leave early. Так, я попросила піти раніше. We decide to go out for dinner. Ми вирішили піти на побачення. He helped to clean the kitchen. Він допоміг. Да? І ви бачите, ми не використовуємо he helping cleaning the kitchen. Це якось вже звучить, ну, от просто має бути таке відчуття природньо-неприродньо, так? Типа, теоретично можна і таке сказати. He decided helping cleaning the kitchen. Можна хоч 3 герундія поставити в ряд, але звучить неприродньо. Тому he helped to clean, I hope to pass, так? I want to come. Знову, ми не кажемо I want coming, так? Ми кажемо I want to come. І оце список дієслів, на які ви можете звернути увагу, да, після яких природніших герундів ставити, або використати інфінітив з to, тобто базову форму дієслова разом з to. Так, тут, я сподіваюся, питань немає, все зрозуміло? Добре, окей. Прекрасно. Так, we use the bare infinitive, тобто без to, after modal verbs. I can meet you at 6 o'clock. Знову, зараз перекладаю, щоб було зрозуміло, про що мова. I can meet, я не використовую тут to, да? Я не кажу I can to meet you. Знову, чому? Тому що виглядає дивно, насправді. От, ну, виключно виглядає дивно, для них це буде звучати неправильно. Тому звертаємо увагу, що з модальними використовуємо без to. Я зараз список модальних дієслів пришлю вам ще теж в чаті, щоб просто ви повторили, пробіглися. Я впевнена, мені здається, цей топік був, так, Марія, але краще завжди повторити. After, let, make and sometimes help. Та, ці 3 слова, де теж краще вживати просто інфінітив без to. The teacher let us leave early. Вчитель нас відпустив раніше. Так, сподіваюсь, ви не сподіваєтеся, що це станеться сьогодні. Я жартую, але бачите, тут to ми не використовуємо. After some verbs of perception. Perception – це сприйняття. Якщо ви не зустрічали це слово, perception – це сприйняття. I perceive – я сприймаю. You perceive – ти сприймаєш. She perceives – вона сприймає. І слова сприйняття, да, які дієслова? Це see, watch, hear, notice, feel, sense. I watched her walk away. Так? Ми не маємо тут to, у нас просто I watched her. Просто в минулому часі. After expression with why. Why go out the night before an exam? Так теж, не why to go out, but why go out. Ви можете просто випустити to, і це буде більш природньо. Окей, ми закінчили з вами цю тему. Сподіваюся, було зрозуміло. Як вам взагалі інформація? Чи готові ви до маленького квізу наприкінці перевірити свої знання? Наскільки було зрозуміло? Що скажете?
First of all, could you repeat last picture?
Sure, slide? Yeah, of course.
For 2 seconds.
Last picture is thank you, Dmitro. And we can repeat it.
Maria, you are so cruel. Such a cruel teacher. Last picture is thank you. No, Dmitro, take your time, take your notes. And of course, Tatiana will share the presentation, so you will have it. I think it's very useful. Maria, really good presentation you made.
Thank you a lot. I did my best.
Так, то що? Як настрій? Спробуємо?
Are you ready to test? To make it? Are you ready to make a test?
Yeah. How you guys feel? Another test? And the next one will be with the presents in the end, as Maria said. Так, окей, я зараз тоді ділюся.
You should not expect some big presents, but we will think about it.
Anton, please wait for everyone.
Anton, we will again. One more time.
Okay, Anton, yes, we hope you will be fair this time. Just a second, I'm finding this.
Zarina is with us?
I hope
Yes, I'm with you. I'm waiting for the quiz.
Yeah,
oh, nice.
Because Zarina is winning all the time. You see, she just like a 100% student. Okay, where is our meeting?
Zarina is our chat GPT. Always knows the answer.
All the answers. No, that's true. Okay. I hope you can see it now. I really hope it will work. Так. Давайте побачимо зараз QR-чик, якщо ми його... Ох, любить ця штука спочатку показувати без QR, а потім зараз зупинимо, може це спрацює. Так, Марія, я тобі зараз скину лінк, про всяк, поки я тут стараюсь поділитися з QR-ом, а ти можеш скопіювати просто посилання, добре?
Давай.
Швидше вийде у нас. Так, все. Посилання з тобою, а я зараз спробую перерозшарити екран.
Ще код, будь ласка, вийшли.
Добре, тоді отак. Так, якщо що, вставляй поки в чатик, а ми зараз подивимося.
So, guys, you have a link and you have a code. Maybe we don't need a QR code, Ola.
If it will reshare, then it's also fine. It's just like you see, it shows the page, but without the QR code. So I don't know how to crack this system, but maybe it will do it now. You see, from the second time it worked. So really don't know why. Okay, guys, let us know when you're in.
Not yet.
Not yet, okay.
It's written, it's private resource, you need access. Go to home, and that's all.
Окей. Ти ввела ім'я знову, да, і почала його, і...
Ні, нічого не ввела. Просто перейшла за посиланням і пише you need access.
Окей.
І все.
Зараз подивимося, що там. Дмитро, коли у вас вийде війти, теж скажіть, подивимося, може. Ага, так.
Слухай, я перевірила лінк, воно працює як загальне посилання. Воно переводить просто на...
Прийшли другий лінк тоді, там у тебе було 2 лінки. Спробуй, будь ласка.
Угу. Так, мабуть, це буде краще. Зараз я висилаю.
Спробуй. Заріна, спробуйте цей зараз.
Зараз, одну секунду, я вже висилаю в чатику. Код буде той самий, але посилання буде інше. Спробуйте через цей.
Мені пише старт.
Да, прекрасно. Да, все, QR-код з'явився, бачите, просто ця штука, я так розумію, потребує часу, щоб показати QR тут в мітингу. А що, у всіх вийшло зайти?
Так.
Дмитро?
Дмитро, як ви? Дмитро? Окей, у Дмитра, мабуть, якісь технічні проблеми, бо він зник взагалі. Ми, мабуть, зламали йому комп'ютер. Добре, тоді давайте починати, друзі. Починайте. Дмитро, як підключиться, пройде його трошки окремо. Сьогодні у нас все одно призів немає за швидкість, тому просто починайте. Подивимося, як вам. Так, Дмитро, є QR-код, якщо допоможе, можна з телефона спробувати.
О, Дмитро, ви появилися. Чудово.
Так, я постійно на зв'язку, я намагався зайти через комп'ютер, щоб бачити, але чомусь не витягую.
Дмитро, треба буде це вирішити, бо наступного разу призи і швидкість там має знати.
Польське пиво чи ще щось ми придумаємо, якийсь класний приз. Може ви спробуєте через QR-код?
А якщо з компа не вийде, це тільки якщо з телефона. Так не вийде.
Ні? Ну добре, давайте тепер, ми вже поняли, хто переміг між Дмитро і Заріною, тепер зрозуміємо, чи Заріна виграє ще у Антона.
Антон, ми переживаємо.
Ні, переживає Антон. Серйозний гравець грає.
Дан, так, ну все. Я відчуваю, куди приз піде, Марія, куди польське пиво поїде. Через кордон. Там скільки пляшок можна, Марія, передавати?
Ну, у нас же тут прикордонники, вони знають краще, як передати контрабанду. Я через тису.
Курс про права, да, і обов'язки закінчили. Як
жартую, тут треба...
Жарти, да, треба вставляти жарти. Да.
І смайл, я буду додавати смайл в кінці речення.
Так, окей. Ну що, цікаво. Як, Заріна, було цікаво питання?
А чи можете показати QR-код?
Так, можу. Тепер він працює.
А я думала, що Дмитро не вірив в результати. Він хоче перевірити, наскільки прозора була виграш Заріни.
I can send the picture.
So I believe that it should be evaluation part of our class. Guys, what you can say about today's lesson? Was it interesting for you or not? Reflection part, evaluation part of our lesson.
It was very interesting, as always.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
No, it was interesting. Dmitro, can you switch off your microphone because I can't hear even myself. Thank you.
Today is a day of technical problems. You see, Dmitro lost his computer. I have some problem today as well because postman come into my apartment and my dog get crazy a little bit for a minute. Okay. She likes postman.
Technical problem with the dog.
I have a technical problem with the dog.
Yeah, QR code didn't want to show up. Very strange. Now it's there. I don't know. Probably needs a few minutes somehow.
You forget about our first visitor. He cannot join us.
Yeah, maybe some, I don't know, magnet storms.
Magnets, it's always impact.
Or like how you call this issue with Mercury. You remember where things are failing, people always blaming Mercury. Mercury is kind of цей ретроградний Меркурій, типу, який псує життя. Okay, Dmitro, how are you? Did you manage to finish?
Unfortunately, I couldn't to take in participation. Take part.
You can do it later. You can do it later.
Nevertheless, I really appreciate today's session. for discussion and of course for grammar topic, because eventually I covered this gerund, and of course I need to clarify some points. But it will be
refresh
much
your knowledge
easier before explanation. Yeah.
Okay, we're happy to hear. Good,
It
Anton.
has already happened. My gerund.
Now it feels better, your gerund, right? Now you know.
Anton, can you add few words?
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm refresh my knowledge and something new learn, and thank you.
So have a
And
good
Maria,
day.
let's just see the statistic very fast, and we will wrap up the meeting, okay? Because we need to check how it went. Okay, Zarina 100%. So guys, I would say you have a very, very, very serious
Zarina,
competitors.
do you like a beer? Do you like a beer?
That was a good.
No, I don't drink beer at all. I even cannot understand how people can drink it because of smell and because of.
Okay, Maria, we need to come up with something else then. Okay.
I will sing.
Okay. Anton did almost 90%. So Anton, you did just one mistake. I don't know where you did it, but good job. Very nice. Okay.
It was the last sentences.
The last one. Okay.
The last sentence, because I'm in a hurry.
You're in a hurry. Okay, guys, then we'll not steal more of your time. Thank you so much for your participation, and again, your very high activity. We really appreciate it. So we had a good conversation, and we had a good class in general. Enjoy your Friday. Hope to see you soon. And Maria, just word to you.
Thank you, Ola, for your grammar part, and thank you for all participants for your activity. I know that we have a small group. It's not so easy to stay active all 3 long hours, but we try to do our best to make these lessons interesting for you. So see you next Friday. I will create another tool to make this lessons more interesting. And I hope finally my Belgian friend will come and say something about Belgium.
Yeah, okay. Enjoy your weekend, guys. Bye-bye.
Saying bye.